For more than 65 years, NASA has been our guide to the cosmos. They put us on the moon, they've sent robotic eyes to the very edge of the universe. But behind all those incredible images and triumphant missions, there's always been this little whisper, right? This question of, what are we not seeing? So today, let's pull back that curtain a little and take a look at what might be hiding behind NASA's public face.
So what's the first thing you think of? Come on, be honest. Is it aliens, secret moon bases on the far side? That's the stuff that fuels late-night TV and gets all the clicks online. And it is fun to think about, for sure. But what if? What if the real secrets are something so much bigger, so much more profound, that they make alien cover-ups look kinda small? Because the truth is, the puzzles NASA is actually grappling with are way more challenging and, frankly, more awe-inspiring than any simple conspiracy could ever be. And to really get it, we have to rewind the clock and go all the way back to the beginning.
To understand why some things might seem secret, you first have to get that NASA has always had this kind of dual identity. From the moment it was created, it's been serving two masters, pure scientific discovery on one hand, and, well, national strategy on the other. And that tension, that's the key to everything.
See, on paper, the mission is crystal clear. NASA was set up back in 1958 as a civilian agency. The whole idea was peaceful exploration for all of humanity. This is the NASA we all know and love, right? The ones sharing those mind-blowing pictures from the James Webb Telescope and celebrating discoveries about our universe.
But here's the other side of that coin. You gotta remember, NASA was born right in the middle of the Cold War. It had deep, deep ties to the Department of Defense from day one. In fact, its first powerful rockets were literally modified military missiles. And yeah, over the years, it has launched plenty of classified payloads for national security. So the point is, some things are kept quiet not because of little green men, but because space has always been a strategic battlefield.
Okay, so that brings us to some of the most famous head-scratchers, the puzzles right here in our own cosmic backyard. And we've got to start with our beautiful and kind of weird moon.
Just think about this for a second. We did the impossible. Humanity landed on the moon not just once, but 6 separate times in a little over 3 years. And then, poof, we just stopped. We haven't sent a single person back in over half a century. The question that's been hanging in the air ever since is just, why?
Now look, the official reasons make a ton of sense. The cost of the Apollo program was absolutely astronomical. After the US won the space race, the political drive just fizzled out. And honestly, the public started to get a little bored. All of that is 100% true. But that isn't quite the whole story. Because while we were up there, the moon itself gave us something completely unexpected. Something that made us question what we thought we knew about what it even is.
This is where it gets really weird. During the Apollo missions, they ran these seismic experiments where they'd intentionally crash parts of the spacecraft into the lunar surface. And scientists back on Earth were just stunned by what they saw. The entire moon vibrated for hours. It rang like a bell. Now, a solid rocky body like a planet should absorb those vibrations pretty fast. This bizarre result suggested the moon might be less dense on the inside, maybe even partially hollow. It's a geological puzzle we still haven't completely figured out. And of course, you can't talk about space secrets without talking about the big one, UFOs. Officials have updated the term now to UAPs, unidentified anomalous phenomena, which sounds a lot more serious, but the basic mystery is the same, and it's a topic that's followed NASA for decades.
And this really gets to the heart of the whole debate. On one side, you have astronauts. These are the most credible observers you can get, reporting things they just can't explain. And on the other side, you have NASA, with its very methodical, scientific approach, looking for ordinary explanations. Is it ice particles, space junk, a reflection on the lens? See, it's not really a cover-up. It's more like a fundamental clash between what a person sees with their own eyes and the incredibly high bar for scientific proof.
Which brings us to the real heart of the matter. What so many people see as secrecy, well, a lot of the time, it's just the slow, careful, and sometimes really frustrating process of science itself.
So here's the gap, right? Our first thought is, they found something, they're hiding it. But in the world of science, the reality is that any big claim needs rock-solid evidence. That data has to be verified and re-verified and then challenged by other experts. So a long delay in releasing results isn't a sign of a cover-up. It's usually just scientists doing their job and making absolutely sure they have it right.
The scientific method is designed to be skeptical.
You see something weird, you come up with an idea, a hypothesis about what's causing it, and then you try your absolute hardest to prove your own idea wrong with tests and data. It's only if your idea survives all of that, plus intense criticism from other experts in a process called peer review, that it finally gets published. That whole process can and often does take years.
Here's a perfect example of that scientific caution in action. After decades of sending rovers to Mars, NASA finally announced that the planet was once habitable. Now, that one word is absolutely huge. It doesn't say they found life, because they don't have that proof. It just says the conditions for life were there. It's a scientifically bulletproof, world-changing statement, and they made it without jumping to some crazy headline. That's science.
So, if the real secrets aren't about military stuff or alien cover-ups, what's left? What is the biggest secret of all? Well, it's bigger than the moon, it's bigger than Mars, it's the entire universe.
The greatest mystery NASA is facing isn't some piece of information they're choosing to keep from us. It's a massive, fundamental gap in our understanding of reality itself, and it's hidden in the very fabric of space and time.
Okay, look at this. This right here, this is the mystery. The thing that keeps astrophysicists up at night. Everything we can actually see and touch, every star, every galaxy, every planet, you, me, this screen, all of it adds up to only 5% of the known universe. The rest is made of dark matter and dark energy. Mysterious, invisible forces that we can only detect by seeing how their gravity pulls on everything else. They control the entire cosmos, and we have almost no idea what they are.
Let that number just sink in for a minute. 95%. That is the real veil of space. We are living in the 5%, completely blind to the other 95% of reality. Now, that's not a secret NASA is keeping from us. That's a secret the universe is keeping from all of us. And when you realize that, it changes everything. The real secret, the most profound and humbling truth we've learned from all our space exploration, is just the staggering, mind-boggling scale of how much we still have to learn. It's not about what's being hidden from us. It's about everything that's still waiting to be discovered. So, maybe the universe isn't hiding anything at all. Maybe it's just out there, waiting patiently for us to get smart enough to start asking the right questions. The real mystery isn't what NASA isn't telling you, it's what amazing things we're all going to discover together in that other 95%.